Bubba Wallace has signed a multi-year contract extension with 23XI Racing, the team co-owned by basketball legend Michael Jordan and NASCAR champion Denny Hamlin. This announcement came at a time when 23XI Racing was dealing with some issues regarding their charter deal with NASCAR. The team had not yet signed NASCAR's new charter agreement, which had caused some uncertainty for both the team and Wallace's future with them. Wallace himself had said that his contract negotiations were being held up by the ongoing issues with the charter.
I know my process has been kind of going hand in hand with the charter agreement, so it's frustrating to see where we're at because that impacts my life and livelihood and everything moving forward for my future, so that's really all I got to say about it.
The charter deal is important for NASCAR teams because it provides them with a guaranteed spot at races and ensures that they get a share of the sport's revenue. Without this charter, teams face financial challenges since they would need to qualify for races on a weekly basis and lose out on the extra earnings that come with a charter. For 23XI Racing, not having this agreement in place meant that their finances were uncertain, and this uncertainty had a direct impact on Wallace's contract negotiations. Despite these challenges, Wallace and 23XI Racing were able to come to an agreement, and the extension was made official in September of 2024. Wallace has been a key part of the team since its formation in 2021. He's won 2 races in his NASCAR Cup Series career so far, both of which came while driving for 23XI. The first was in 2021 at Talladega, and the second was in 2022 at Kansas. While this season has been somewhat disappointing for Wallace as he missed out on the playoffs, he still managed to match his career highs in terms of top 5 and top 10 finishes. He ranks 13th in average finish, which shows that he has continued to improve his performance on the track. The decision to extend Wallace's contract makes sense for both the driver and the team. Throughout the summer, as the contract neared its expiration, there were no serious talks about Wallace and 23XI Racing parting ways. In fact, Hamlin had mentioned earlier in the year that they were close to finalizing a deal. Wallace has found a strong support system within the 23XI organization, something that he had been missing in the earlier stages of his career. This support has allowed him to grow as a driver, and he's become a race winner who continues to develop his skills each season. From 23XI Racing's perspective, Wallace is not only a talented driver, but also someone who connects well with his sponsors and fans. His personality and driving skills make him a valuable asset for the team, and his presence has helped the team raise its overall profile in NASCAR. This year, Wallace's teammate Tyler Reddick even won the regular season points championship, which is a significant achievement for a team that has only been in existence for 4 years. The extension of Wallace's contract ensures that 23XI will continue to have a strong driver lineup moving forward. The team has been pushing to make a strong mark in the racing industry. However, it's not been without its difficulties, with some ongoing issues related to charter negotiations between NASCAR and the team. From the start, 23XI identified Bubba Wallace as one of their key drivers. In fact, Wallace was the first full-time driver that 23XI Racing signed. Ty Dillon was technically the first to drive for the team during a one-off event, but Wallace was the one around whom they truly built their strategy. This decision showed a strong belief in Wallace's abilities and future in the sport. His association with the team began in 2021, a year filled with its share of challenges as it was the last year for the Gen 6 car. Despite a few struggles in his first season, Wallace managed to pick up a win at Talladega, which was a significant moment for both him and the team. The 2021 season served as a learning period for 23XI Racing, and it was clear that both Wallace and the team were committed to growing stronger together. The following year in 2022 was a mixed bag for Wallace. Although he missed the playoffs, circumstances led him to an unexpected opportunity. After Kurt Busch was injured, Wallace was chosen to drive the 45 car in pursuit of the owner's championship. This turned out to be a positive twist as he helped 23XI Racing secure a victory at Kansas and advance to the round of 12 in the owner's championship. He also achieved a 10th place finish in the standings for the 45 car, proving that he had the potential to compete at the top levels. In 2023, Wallace reached another significant milestone in his career by making the drivers' playoffs for the first time. While his performance didn't lead the team to the Owners' playoffs, his own career trajectory was on an upward path. He ended the season with a 10th place finish in the point standings, his best result to date. However, the 2024 season has seen its share of disappointments for Wallace and 23XI Racing. Missing the playoffs was a significant blow, especially given that Wallace had managed to stay in the mix in the previous seasons. While his numbers have shown improvement compared to previous years, with similar top 5s and top 10s, his average finish has slightly dipped. In 2023, his average finish was 15.9, whereas in 2024, it dropped to 16.3. The lack of a playoff appearance has undoubtedly been frustrating for Wallace and his team, especially considering his teammates' success. While the 45 car has been competing for a championship after winning the regular season, Wallace and the 23 car have struggled to find the same level of consistency. Wallace himself has acknowledged that this year has been below expectations, and the team is looking to the future with hopes of a stronger performance. In spite of the setbacks, Wallace remains a capable driver who has won multiple races at the Cup Series level. His strengths lie in his ability to perform well across a variety of tracks. For example, he won the pole at the Southern 500, and his track record at Kansas and the super speedways is strong. Wallace has consistently shown that he has the talent to compete at the highest level. Looking ahead, the goal for Wallace and 23XI Racing is clear. They want to break out of the slump and push for multiple wins in a single season. While it's not expected that Wallace will suddenly dominate with 9 race wins or a championship, the team and fans are hoping for more consistency and stronger playoff appearances. Instead of lingering on the edge of the playoff bubble, they want to see Wallace firmly in contention. Wallace and 23XI Racing were able to come to an agreement, and he signed a multi-year extension. This means that Wallace will continue to be a part of the team for at least the next 2 years, giving him some peace of mind. However, it's unclear what impact the unresolved charter negotiations will have in the long term. If 23XI Racing is unable to secure a charter, it could mean significant financial losses for the team, and that could in turn affect Wallace's contract down the road. For now, the focus remains on the upcoming races. While Wallace and the team have missed the playoffs, there are still 8 races left in the season, and there's always the possibility of finishing on a high note. Looking beyond 2024, Wallace and 23XI Racing will be aiming to build on their foundation, improve performance, and solidify their position as serious contenders in the NASCAR Cup Series. Now, before you leave, just make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to stay updated about every future content.